My name is Kim Algio. I'm the director in the Office of International Education, and I work very closely with Dr. Erica Spence Umstead and Dr. Diane Gianola Casal on the Student Teaching Abroad program. We have been building these locations for the last couple of years, and hopefully we have more to come. But for today, we're going to focus on the programs in Spain and in Sweden and Finland. Those are going to be the options. So even though it says Austria right here, Austria is unfortunately not going to be an option for the next academic year. Okay, so fall semester, what does it look like? You will do your local placement here in New Jersey for 9 weeks. And then from November to mid-December, you'll do your final 6 weeks abroad in the country that you're student teaching in. You will live in student apartments, travel locally to schools. You will be home before graduation. You will be working with Dr. G in a rider seminar and have her supervision and cultural support, etc. She will be your main advisor during the student teaching time. And you'll also have opportunities to travel and see other countries and explore. For the spring semester, it's January to March. The first 10 weeks are in a New Jersey local school. And then March to May are your final 8 weeks abroad. So again, the spring will also have a seminar and supervision with Dr. G. And I can send this PowerPoint out as well so that you have the link to the Global Student Teaching Handbook to learn more about it.
And you may have noticed too that the timing is different for the fall and the spring. Spring is a longer period abroad. That's because of the way the calendars work in the countries that we send to. We can't, and the way the calendars work in New Jersey. We can't start you any earlier than we start you, which is right after Labor Day. Those of you going in the spring, we can start you right after the school district's winter breaks. So you wouldn't start the first of the semester here. You would start January 4th or 5th or whatever the first day is that your district reopens after the winter break.
Here's a little map of where we have our placements. We need to circle Sweden. But Sweden up here, Stockholm and Finland, they're very close and they're right next to each other. And then Spain is Barcelona and Valencia. Okay, now the requirements. So you'll want to apply through the Office of Field Placement, said by March 8th, if you are very much leaning towards this, like more than 50%. So you'll want to reach out to Dr. Spence said for sure. You also need to have a 3.0 GPA. There's a extra $600 fee attached to the International Student Teaching Abroad program. You must have all your required praxis passed by July 1 of the year prior. Approval from the Department of Teacher Ed, an interview, agree to work in the same cluster and seminar as other international student teachers. And then once you are approved, you will be then working with me, and I will send you a link to apply on our portal. That will be a separate link. And then we have 2 required orientations with the OIE office. If you are planning to live on campus, you can live on campus for half the semester and then you can prorate your bill. It's very, very convenient.
And I did put in a comparison to a fall semester of housing at Rider can be anywhere from $5,200 to $6,600 for the full semester. So consider this half semester of what you would be paying abroad.
So we have the fees based off of current students. So but this is in Valencia. Right now, the housing is about $2,400, and that's a single room with a bathroom. Okay, and then Barcelona, we have the estimate cost here about $3,400, which includes breakfast and dinner, a single room with a bathroom, and you get a Metro card. In Finland, that's our cheapest option by far, $750. Can't beat it. and you get a room as well, singles studio. And then in Sweden, it's the most expensive one at about $4,100. And that's a double room. You get a gym. It's like a converted hotel. So there's a breakfast downstairs, there's a gym, there's daily coffee. It's not a Starbucks, but like a typical kind of Starbucks is right next door. There's a pharmacy, and the train is literally right outside of the building. So you can hop on the metro. It's very, very convenient.
One other thing I wanted to mention here, I know that no one who's currently in the Zoom is music education, but we're recording students who may be music education, and we are working on a location for music. So
In
yeah,
Finland.
Finland
definitely
and
a
Scotland
possibility.
are the options for the music education students.
Yes. So here's some other just additional costs to be aware of. So we shared the housing, but you also will have to pay application fee, your flight, any personal expenses you choose to do. If you're ending up in Sweden and you want to go to Norway or Iceland, I mean, those personal expenses are going to be on your own. The International Student Teaching Seminar fee, and then meals. You have to eat. So um, most of the programs don't include all three meals. So keep that in mind. Okay,
These
here.
are some of the benefits
Mhm.
that the research has about student teaching abroad, increased cultural awareness, valuing other cultures and perspectives, increased pedagogy, strategies, methods, ideas, um, support for cultural and linguistic diverse school communities abroad and here. And oh, lots of increased personal confidence, professional networking and collaboration. And believe it or not, you are typically more competitive in the job market when you return.
I just
And
have a quick
yes, the
question.
questions, yeah.
Um, so how would it work like if you're in Spain, like the time difference and then having to do um our seminar for Rider?
That is a great question, Lara. So I am the seminar professor and probably your supervisor. When we're here, we meet at 4:30 p.m. And when we're there, we meet in probably 4:30 your time. There's a 6-hour difference. So
Right.
I then switch to the morning, but I just make sure all of you are in the same you know, uh after school we'll meet
Okay, so
on
basically it
Zoom.
would just be a different session for the international students.
It is. It is.
Okay.
Oh, great. Okay.
So for fall, only Spain's available?
Fall is only Spain, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned about the praxis being done July of the year before. So if we're going in December, we have until this upcoming July, or we had to have already had them done by last July.
No, I would need them this summer before we could let you go. I
Perfect.
mean,
Thank you.
really, the fall student teachers, it was actually due March 1st, but some needed a little more time. But
Yeah, you know me.
July is as late as I can give you if you want to go abroad.